You must be thinking, how can I improve my English communication skills without practice, without speaking one-to-one with other people? Well, in this video, I'm going to show you why these conversations are not enough to become fluent and confident in English. Stay tuned. Hello, it's Francisca. Welcome back to my channel. I'm an English confidence mentor, and you can follow me on Instagram at English to Thrive. And so in this video, I'm going to show you the actual steps that you need to follow to become super fluent and confident in English and sound like a native English speaker, to grow professionally and capitalize on career opportunities. That's what I do. I actually have a program that helps tech-savvy professionals how to do that. You can check out the link below. But yes, so if you're excited, make sure you like the video, you subscribe to the channel because I release videos every Friday. As a fluent and confident English speaker myself and a mentor of professionals who want to up-level their professional English skills, I've realized there are many elements that you have to practice to get into the level of thriving in an English speaking scenario, whether it's at a company or do you want to work in Canada or the US. There are many students that come to me and say, well, can we just like practice a little bit, like maybe 10 minutes, 20 minutes? And I'm like, no, because that's not the only element that you need to master English. What you need is a roadmap and a methodology that gets you to master not only conversation, but also sound and also the experience of nonverbal communication skills. And so this is the first reason why you need to stop relying on one-on-one conversations. The freedom of mastering a methodology yourself. See, sometimes there are students that say, I don't have anyone to practice with, this is why I am not fluent. Well, that is an excuse, because nowadays there are so many tools on YouTube, online, that can help you practice by yourself. And if you're just depending on weekly conversations with someone that you met online or with a tutor, you're gonna just wait for that specific, 30 minutes or an hour to practice, and you're not gonna hold yourself accountable. Now I have an amazing video that can help you practice English speaking skills by yourself. You can check it out right here. The important thing is that you don't make the excuse of, I really do not have anyone to practice with, so I never study. That is gonna stop you from becoming and feeling confident in English. Some exercises you can do by yourself without relying on the time of other people are shadowing, everyday imitation, and also responding automatically to audios. Let me explain. So shadowing is an exercise that I've done for many years as an interpreter myself. And you basically take an audio in English and you shadow it and you repeat it as soon as you hear it. Now, if you want to learn more about the exercise, I have a video that shows you how to do that. And then the following one is the everyday imitation. This is an exercise that I created because idioms and expressions are so important to master if you want to speak professionally, if you want to sound assertive. So for example, in the everyday imitation audio, my students listen to phrases like, it's a blessing in disguise. And so they repeat them and they incorporate them into interviews and conversations to grow professionally, because that is the idea of English, right? To get you to specific purpose. If you haven't had the chance to practice the everyday imitation audio, I'll leave a link below. There's a free audio you can use to practice and become a pro speaker. And so how does it work to respond automatically to conversations? So you can put an audio on YouTube and you can listen to questions and stop the video and improvise answers. So let me give you an example. Let's say you're watching a series on Netflix. I hope you watch them in English with English titles so that you can practice. And you're listening to a dialogue, a conversation between two characters. And so try this next time. So what if they're talking about, the weather, and a character is saying, well, sky looks very, very dark today. I think it's gonna rain. And so what you could do is stop the video and come up with an answer like, yes, you know what, you're right, and I don't like that type of weather. I prefer when it's sunny because I can go to the beach, I can relax. And so what that will do is, first of all, it's fun, and it's a different way to use Netflix series to practice English, and it will help you get used to answering fast, because that's one of the elements of fluency. It's just fast and rapid responses. Because what if you're in a professional interview and they ask you a question and you're like, that's gonna affect the outcome of the interview, surely, and it's gonna make you nervous. If you want to learn more about how to calm nerves before an interview in English, you can check out this video right here. So I do suggest that you practice those exercises, and you don't need conversations with anyone else to do it. Now, the second reason why you should stop relying on one-on-one conversations in English is this element, which is sound. Now, if you watch this video right here, you know that I have a methodology that is based mostly on real life immersion and sound. And why is it that sound is first? Because everything that you hear, everything that you listen to, you become. That's why when there are like little babies and toddlers that grow in the US, I have a nephew, and he's already speaking a little bit of English and Spanish at the same time. You know, he's becoming bilingual since he's like 2 years old, because he is listening. He is learning Spanish because he listens to his parents, but he's also learning English because he goes into daycare, right? And so his brain is gonna develop this type of plasticity in which he's gonna be able to understand and speak. And that is why it's so important that you become immersed as much as you can with sound in English. Now, you're probably saying, well, I'm not a toddler anymore, so does that mean that I cannot develop the listening skills to understand native English speakers? Does that mean that I cannot be bilingual no more? No, of course not. It may take a little bit of time, but that depends on you as well to listen to the right audios in English, to listen to music and not only dance to it, but also do some intensive listening and analyze the words that are being said, how are they being said, listening to podcasts, subscribing to YouTube channels that are all about interviews. For example, I'm a movie buff, and we are in the season of awards, you know, the Oscars and SAG Awards, and those are really amazing tools that you can use to practice listening skills. I love to watch acceptance speeches of actors and actresses that have won awards, and they're an excellent exercise that keep me updated with my listening skills. And that is why I've lived so many years in a non-native English speaking country, and I haven't lost my accent, I haven't lost my pronunciation, and I haven't lost my skills because I continue to immerse myself with sound. I'm taking action myself, and I'm making sure that I still do exercises in English with songs, and I still choose to watch movies in their original language in English. Okay, so number 3 is habit. And that is, you know, that has become my mantra. It's like everything's about habits. Yes. Because just as I mentioned, sound is a very important element. Habit is another important element. So you cannot possibly become fluent and confident in English if you don't incorporate little activities in your day-to-day in English. So one activity that you could incorporate is actually thinking out loud in English. So for example, you are washing your teeth and then you say some phrase into the mirror, and you do that every day. Maybe you do some journaling in English. So not only helps you with you practicing your writing skills, but also it helps you build your inner confidence, because you can look at prompts online like, what's your favorite thing about yourself? What do you love about yourself? What are your dreams? You know, positive things, and they don't have to be perfect texts. So you can grab a notebook and you can start writing, and when you write, your brain registers that activity, and when you do it daily, it becomes sort of like a habit that it's like when you go to a gym, right? If you've been to the gym a couple of months or a couple of years, it's like you do it without even thinking. And that's what English has to be to you. It has to be part of your life. It has to be part of your being. It has to be a passion that you use it to grow professionally and personally. Before I reveal the next 2 reasons of why you should stop relying on one-on-one conversations and depending on other people to become fluent, I want you to comment below and let's create a conversation around, have you actually taken the time to implement activities in English to improve? Are you waiting for someone to become fluent and confident? Have you made this mistake? Are you interested in a methodology that can help you master English communication skills? Let me know below. Well, the 4th one is all about transformation. See, as I said before, English is not only about speaking the right words, knowing grammar rules. There's actually a component that's very important, and that is confidence. Knowing within that you can use English for specific purposes. It's not only about language, it's also about experience, and it's also about you stepping out of the comfort zone. And the only way that you're going to be able to do that is by going the extra mile and not only, having dialogues with someone, but mastering all the elements that have to do with English to capitalize on career opportunities. Being able to negotiate, to have a sales call, have sales conversations, do pitches, do presentations at your organization, at your company, that is real transformation. And that's not only achieved by one-on-one conversations, that's achieved by building confidence within. I have a masterclass that I want you to watch. It's going to be so useful for you if you want to thrive in an English speaking scenario. I'll leave the link below. Watch this free training. Now, we've talked about the freedom of practicing by yourself. We've talked about sound, about habit, about transformation, and now the last one is writing. Yes. So when you just speak with someone or try to practice with someone, there's an element that you're not taking into account, and that is writing skills. As I teach in this video, email writing, how to write emails fast and save time, you want to be able to have the freedom of writing without using tools like Grammarly, without using Google Translator, because what if you don't have them? What if at some point you have to send a fast email to your boss or to a colleague? You don't want to be a person that depends on technology to write, right? And to get a specific outcome. Not only writing emails, but also to write a book. See, I made my dream come true last year because I wrote the chapter of a book that's called Women Who Lead, and you can check it out in the link below. That's something that I wouldn't have been able to do if I hadn't practiced my writing skills. I want you to think as writing as a tool that can help you with your fluency levels as well. Because as I said before, as you write, your brain is gonna get used to that. Your brain is gonna register structures that are gonna help you speak correctly. I write content for my business every day, and that helps me keep the professional English level. You don't have to be a master writer, but you do have to take into account that for professional growth, and if you want to work in Canada, if you want to work in the US, if you want to work abroad, it's very important. One of the competencies that are evaluated in tests like the IELTS, TOEFL, are writing skills. So those were the reasons why you should not rely just on one-on-one conversations, and I want to invite you to a methodology that reunites all the elements that I've spoken about, and it is the English Confidence Method. It is my signature program where I help tech-savvy, ambitious professionals go from limited, frustrated to absolutely confident and fluent, to thrive in English-speaking scenarios, and to capitalize on career opportunities in English. The English changed my life because I was able to study with the best mentors in the online world. I was able to write a book, as I said. I've been able to work with international clients, and especially I've been able to use English every day to grow personally and professionally. So link is below. All you have to do is take action. I hear this all the time, professionals who are losing job opportunities, who are losing the opportunity of their dreams because they cannot communicate fluently and confidently. So if that is you, this does not have to happen. Take action and let's have a chat. I hope this video helped you a lot to feel more confident that you actually know what you need to increase fluency and confidence in English. So if you're excited, give this video a like and subscribe if you haven't done so yet. And check this video because this is all about overcoming anxiety while speaking English. There are tactics as well on confidence building and professional growth that will help you. And I'll see you on the next video. Don't forget to hit the notification bell as well. Bye.